everyone. How you guys doing? One more week, Monday. Welcome to Los Angeles Real Estate Reality, the live stream with Darren and Joe over at Urban Hillsides Real Estate. Darren, how you doing?
Doing great, man. Like I said last week, that song fires me up, man. It gets me ready for this, man.
Oompa, 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 yeah.
Yeah, it's great.
All right, well, guys, we're here. We're going to talk about the usual things, sold listings in the last 7 days. We're going to talk about new listings that have just come up in the last 7 days. And then we're going to pick out a topic, rant a little possibly, and hope you get something out of it. Whether it's 2 or 200 people on this live stream, we're happy to help you. We want this to be educational. And certainly if you have questions, go ahead and enter them in. We're happy to riff and try to get you the right answer. If we feel we need to hold back, we'll certainly come back to you later with the right one. So participate, all right? And thanks for joining us on Facebook and YouTube. You can like us, follow us, all that good stuff. And dutifully, we email you an hour or so before the show. So thanks for joining us today, guys. All right, so let's go ahead with the disclaimer. Darren Hubert and Joe Cloninger are real estate agents at Keller Williams Los Feliz under the Urban Hillsides brand. All opinions expressed by Urban Hillsides or guests on this video are solely their opinions and do not reflect the opinions of Keller Williams Los Feliz. You should not treat any opinion expressed by Urban Hillsides as a specific inducement to make a particular investment or follow a particular strategy, but only as an expression of Urban Hillsides Team's opinions. This video is for informational purposes only. All right. So, Darren, what are we going to talk about first?
We're going to talk about a couple things today, and I think all very relevant. Gosh, if you're a property owner, if you're thinking about being a property owner, some weeks we have to search, and some weeks things just kind of show up. So,
yeah,
we're going to talk about some down payment assistance that's being discussed on a federal level. It's not there yet, but it's being discussed. So I think it's important for people to understand it, may become a part of their plans in potentially becoming a homeowner. We're going to talk a little bit about something I listened to from the Bipartisan Policy Center, a webinar, and just give you a reference if you want to follow up with it on a bigger scale. It was motivational for me. And I think it was pretty awesome to hear conversations on that level happening. And then I am going to rant a little bit, Joe. You are correct. I love how you highlighted that about a little bit of what's going on in the L.A. Housing Committee and reducing their goal to reduce the annual 3% increase further down. And I support a broader base, but you're targeting a single entity to pay for this shortcoming in our society. So we'll talk about that a little.
Okay, we'll let you warm up to that one. But let's start with sharing my screen, and we are going to start with down payment assistance. So. Here it is. You know, Darren, I was looking at Yahoo Finance, and I know we referenced that and a couple other sites, but there's some really good stuff on Yahoo Finance, just in total. I was looking at it.
They pull from multiple sites. A lot of the investment sites, policy sites, they pull from everywhere. So it's one of those sites where it's just a big dump. So, yeah, it's good.
Great stuff.
Yeah.
Dump. I don't know. That's not such a...
Right. That's not so great. No, it's not.
All right. Well, here we are. This is coming from MoneyWise by way of Yahoo Finance. And the title reads, New home buyers would get tons of cash under plans from Biden and his party. And they promise it's a 5-minute read. Let's see what we do here. One of President Joe Biden's campaign's proposals was a $15,000 incentive to help first-time home buyers achieve the American dream. His Democratic Party allies have taken that proposal and are running with it. Lawmakers recently introduced a pair of bills that could result in as much as $25,000 in down payment assistance and a new tax credit of up to $15,000. So if you're still waiting on the sidelines of the housing market, these new proposals could provide the help you need to get in the game and take advantage of mortgage rates that are still among the lowest in history. One of the bills, which sponsors are calling the Down Payment Toward Equity Act of 2021, would create a grant program allowing states to provide first-timers with cash for down payments, closing costs or fees that result in lower mortgage rates. Malcolm Glenn, spokesman for the online mortgage lender Better, tells MoneyWise that if enacted in its current form, the legislation would make 10% of the owner's renters, about 4.37 million people, eligible for down payment assistance. To qualify, individuals must meet income requirements and be first-generation home buyers, meaning anyone who has either never owned their home or who owned a home once but lost it due to financial distress, including foreclosure. The bill, which was introduced last month, provides eligible home buyers with up to $20,000 in assistance or as much as $25,000 if the buyer qualifies as socially or economically disadvantaged. An earlier draft of the proposal provided up to $15,000 in down payment assistance, the amount Biden originally pitched. For most Americans, that's a substantial amount of money. It would take the typical renter 14 years to save a down payment of that size, based on calculations from Moody's Analytics. The amount you'll be required to pay back depends on how long you own your first home. If for some reason you aren't living in it within a year of purchase, you'll have to reimburse the full amount the government floated you. Otherwise, the amount you're required to pay back falls by 20% every year. Occupy your home for 5 years and you and the program can go your separate ways. If the bill passes and you start home shopping, one important step will be making sure your credit score is as high as possible. The lower your score, the higher the mortgage rate you'll be asked to pay. So check your credit score for free and work on strengthening it before you apply for a loan. Okay, and then get a lower tax bill or money back. The second bill, introduced in late April and dubbed the First Time Homebuyer Act, would provide a tax credit of up to 10% of a homeowner's purchase price, or home's purchase price, or as much as $15,000 to first-timers.
So I want to
The
pause
tax
there
credit is refundable, meaning if the amount is larger than what you owe on your taxes, you'll receive a refund for the difference. The refundable tax credit proposed in the bill would increase homeownership among low and moderate income Americans, especially those from marginalized communities with historically low homeownership rates, says Sunny Shaw, president of the National Association of Housing and Redevelopment Officials. To access the tax credit, you won't necessarily need to be a first-time buyer. You'll be eligible if you haven't owned or bought a home in the past 3 years. The proposal is a little more mathy than the other one. To be eligible, you can't make more than 160% of your area's median income. That means if you live in, say, Orlando, Florida, where the median income is about $42,000, you won't be able to participate if you make more than $67,200. Also, the price you pay for your home can't be more than 110% of the area's median purchase price. Similar to the other bill, if you want to take advantage of the proposed tax credit, you'll need to use the home you buy as your primary residence for at least 4 years. Otherwise, you'll be taxed as a way for government to recover part of the credit that was provided. If the legislation passes, borrowers will be able to claim the credit for any primary residences purchased after December 31st, 2020. And it says here, don't wait for Washington. With the housing market as frothy as it is, thanks to historically low mortgage rates and the pandemic positive influence on home buying, properties are being snapped up in a matter of weeks, if not days, once they're listed. In this fast-paced environment, waiting for Congress to hammer out a solution for first-time home buyers could leave you on the outside looking in while home prices continue to rise. One strategy you can use to free up some much-needed cash flow is to consolidate your various debts. Taking out a single loan to pay off multiple creditors can significantly reduce the amount of interest you're paying every month. Use that money to strengthen your down payment instead. If student loan debt is limiting your buying power, you may be able to refinance your student loans and slash your monthly payments, but put that newfound cash toward your closing costs. And if it is your earnings that need a boost, there is a simple, affordable way to generate real returns in the stock market by investing nothing more than your spare change. use this money for the expensive bottle of wine you'll buy to celebrate closing day. All right. And I'm not reading all the comments, but certainly this brought a lot of attention. 427 comments. Wow, Darren.
Yeah,
Definitely a good topic for a lot of people.
sure. A lot to unpack there. So it is multiple bills in conversation at this point. Nothing's solidified. But there's some real meat on the bone here. Up to 10% for our area based on prices. It's going to cap out. I think almost everyone would hit that 15,000 cap on their up to 10%. A couple of qualifying elements, median income up to 160%. I'm glad to see them doing it in that way because often in bigger cities, if you just have a flat amount, then our higher price points make you uneligible. So combination of median income in the area, 160%, and median value, 110%. So it's relative to where you live, where you're buying, and all that's great. All that makes it, anybody, wherever you live, it gives you the same chance to utilize this program. You'll just get a lesser percentage in a bigger city because it's a higher price. You'll cap out at that 15, where maybe somewhere else you might not get all 15 to be at 10%. Clearly owner occupied, purpose there is to get people into houses. It's not about investments. The one thing that really stood out to me there too, and I'm sure there'll be a lot of details to be ironed out, and we'll start seeing more of this in the future, but retroactive, that was like, and it's not to say that will go through in that way if it does go through, but that one was saying retroactive to December 31, 2020, meaning that you don't have to wait for this. You can start looking now, and if something like this does go through and that sticks, then you'll still benefit. You'll still get the credit when you file taxes next year. And I know another article I had read a week or two ago was talking about actually making the funds available through the escrow process, not just as a tax credit. Now, that's definitely a more complicated component, could delay the closing, which would make things more difficult to get your offer accepted potentially. But if something like that comes back into play, even that'd be amazing. People could actually, the money would come through escrow where you didn't have to show up, or maybe it's the lender shows it as a credit towards your down payment. The lender's getting it from the government on the back end, and they work out all that stuff. So maybe it could happen quickly without a slowdown.
Now, what do you think? So for people that are in Los Angeles, they might frown on this as, well, it's not considering the high prices of L.A., but what do you say to that?
Well, so, in reading it, Joe, when we talked about this article together, we basically, the first thought is, oh, well, you're looking to get this as your entire down payment. Well, it's not. Look, in reality, we've sold a couple homes recently that were $500,000 or less. Mm-hmm. And this could be, minimum down payment loan, 3.5% FHA. That could be your entire down payment if you can get an offer accepted for that amount. So it could qualify. Yeah. You'd still need closing costs. But for other people, you might be putting 10% down. It still is just a kicker. That's an additional $15K. So it doesn't have to be your entire down payment.
So that's the thing, right? You've got a down payment plus this now.
Exactly. It's not saying, that was our first, since we read through it, our first thought was kind of like, oh, well, that's not enough for a down payment. Mm-hmm. But it's enough maybe to get people to a point where it is enough, what they have plus this, or just to help with other people. Maybe it means you buy a house that needs some work, and you're able to, in essence, because they're kicking in that $15K, keep a little more cash to do the work and make it livable for you. Right. Do the upgrades or improvements that are needed before you move in. Depending on when the money flows. The other thing too is, if you are in Los Angeles and you don't have the big down payment, maybe you look a little bit out of your zone that you've been looking in. There are more affordable areas with a drive. For sure, there are. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, and nowadays it's every person finds their comfort zone in reality. But if you do have cash, the rates are so low that most financial advisors will suggest if you can hit that 20% down payment, this still kicks in, I would imagine, above that. Then great, you're eliminating all potential fees. But if you're anything less than 20, you're probably going to have mortgage insurance, you're going to have some additional costs. And most financial advisors will say with these low rates, you're better off keeping more cash and financing a larger portion if you're comfortable with the payment.
Got it. Something that has come along our way is we have a listing, and a buyer came to us with an offer that was from the VA, and it was no down payment.
Right.
So, bit of a Hail Mary, but
yeah. It's funny because the call was, hey, I'm about to, literally the agent called me and was saying, I'm going to throw up a Hail Mary here.
Oh, she said that.
But I got to ask, otherwise I wouldn't even want to, it's the first question before we even submit anything because they know it's hard on a low down or no down, which often a VA is no down.
All right, we've got VA, we've got FHA, that can work in some places. We also talked about certain city, state employees, and maybe even private companies that offer certain programs for down payments.
Sure. There used to be teacher programs, city, county. There were police and fire programs, down payment assistance. A lot of our core workers in the city, there are programs for down payment assistance. Unfortunately, a lot of them are not buying in the city these days, but it's out there. So.
Well, you're reminding me. So, for instance, my sister-in-law, well, both are at County USC Hospital, and they have a program that I think is a 2-mile radius around the hospital. They will offer assistance. El Sereno used to not be as attractive, but gee, it's starting to look pretty attractive now. So
El Sereno's going to be 20% USC. So they just keep expanding, man. It's amazing.
Yeah. Big footprint now.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else on this one?
No, I think we're good. We hope to have more in the future as conversations progress.
Okay, and the other one, I think you were on the webinar, is inspiring to you. Let me see if I got it here. Hold on. Let's see. Bear with. Here it is. Bipartisan Policy Center. Again, Yahoo. Thanks, Yahoo. But you attended a webinar. So the headline here is Creative Solutions for Building Wealth for Future Generations. What'd you get inspired on here?
Gosh, man, it was a real conversation about creating policies that are more
bipartisan.
Yes, creating policies that are more equalizing in our society. I can't imagine there's anybody who disagrees with this, but there's a lot of things I can't imagine. Doesn't mean they don't exist. But people who start out life with less money, with less economic opportunity, that might be in denser neighborhoods with higher crime, they're at such a disadvantage to even. They're not even on an equal playing field. Not to mention, the ability to get ahead. Their focus becomes more about survival than growth. And it's a very hard cycle to break once you've perceived life that way, to get out of that mindset and to actually just have opportunities to grow beyond it. It can take easily 10 times or more effort if you even have the opportunity to move beyond it to equalize things. So this was conversations, and Cory Booker was one of the speakers early on. There were many other economists and people who were studying how to equalize things. And often it's hard to do it with existing people who have already gone down this path. But they're talking about that. But they're also talking about, people coming into the world and creating opportunities where when it's time to leave home, there'll be some money invested in each American citizen when they're young. so that money can grow and they can utilize it for college, for to move out of the house, to get their own place, to for bigger life events that so many people just can't take advantage of because they don't have the opportunity to do it. And that gives people grander experiences, changes their perception of life, helps them connect to the world better. And gosh, man, I truly was just inspired to hear these people and believing, because look, in the 40 years, maybe 30 that I've paid attention to politics and opportunities, it's just not how the conversation has gone. The conversation is always about tax breaks, smaller government, and whether you were on that side or not, that's the way everything has moved.
Well, you know, the number that got me was just, as you just said, the passing of debt onto our future. Every child born in America now is inheriting $90,000 in debt.
That was the estimation they provided. Right. So you're starting in the hole. And I always equate it to, you know, again, if you're spending all your time trying to get out of a hole, you have absolutely no opportunity to move forward, to climb the ladder. It's just getting out of the hole. And then doing everything you can to make sure you don't fall back in the hole. Forget even climbing a ladder and moving forward. And there are a lot of people in our country that live their entire life that way. And changing that perception of life and creating opportunities, which I think as a very wealthy country, we have the opportunity to do if it's done in the right way, would change our culture. It would be amazing.
All right.
Right.
Well, great, man. So all of this, excuse me, is the silver lining. We'll see how it pans out. But yeah, there's some hope. There we go.
Right. So now you're going to see me flip here.
Oh, yeah, please. Here we go.
Sure. So here's my small rant. Agree or not, we all have our opinions. This is an opinion show. I personally have been able to move into the middle class, not specifically because of higher education, but because of a little bit of grit, taking some chances, and being fair. And I feel that too much of our left policy, the socialist components of what's out there now, are not only targeting those uber wealthy, which I do think have too many resources and too much, but they're pulling the middle down. And I am one of those people that's happening to, and I'm just kind of enraged at our politicians that are doing this. So there's a vote tomorrow on the Housing Committee in Los Angeles that's basically has talking about that a 3% increase annually is too much for rent, and they want to reduce that to 60% of CPI. And really, my experience has been the majority of politicians in Los Angeles, and it seems like a reasonable amount in California, I can only think they don't care, because it's pretty obvious costs of managing and maintaining properties have gone up, 5% or more, and in many cases more. And that's just supposed to be, absorbed, and then lesser increases. Pandemic has hit small, probably all rental owners, but particularly small mom and pop owners in a big way. And rents have been frozen for over a year. They're going to be frozen. And this is something for both landlords and tenants to understand, because my sister got a notice for a rent increase in June, and I went, whoa, wait a second. And this is a big building. People trying to cram things down their throat for people who don't know. This is where
probably a big property management firm. Exactly.
And there are bad players in all areas, okay? But I went back and found the exact language as it's written in the LA housing, or from LA. It basically says rents cannot rise until 1 year after the emergency status is lifted. 1 year after. The emergency status has not been lifted. And my guess is that it might not be lifted this year at all.
Right.
So, and then another year after that. So we're talking probably 3 years with no rent increases at all for landlords as inflation is rising tremendously. And now, what type of conversation is this housing committee having? They're trying to figure out how, in a year and a half from now, how you can increase it even less than what you can increase it now at 3%. It's wrong. I am completely empathetic, and rents are too high in relation to income, but it's a problem that we've all created. It's a problem we all need to solve, and I want it solved, and I want to do my part. But to isolate the people who have sacrificed for as long as they have to own property and just stick it all on them just makes me angry.
Yeah.
So there's my rant.
Well, again, it's what America was built on originally, I thought. But yeah, we've changed, haven't we?
Yeah.
It's weird.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, that wasn't too bad, Darren. I can handle that.
Yeah, I minimized it, you know. I didn't let it all out.
All right. Okay, well, let's move on to sold listings. And for anyone out there listening to this, whether you're live with us or later, ask us questions. If there are listings that in particular you're interested in, we'd love to bring them up, talk it through. And this is all about, really looking through an agent's lens on these things, whether it's sold or new listings, and how we think about things. Might be helpful. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen, and we are off to sold listings in the last 7 days.
So general characteristic again, Joe, before we kick off, we've kind of been saying how many of each, right? We've covered the same geography for both, and for the most part every week. So this week we have 40 solds and 50 new listings. So still, I think this is like the 5th week in a row where we've had more new than sold, which we talked about early in the year. We expected inventory to rise, but the expectation is that that rise in inventory would be absorbed by buyers. And I think the ratios we've been seeing will be absorbed. So exactly what was expected is happening. So, but we're still tracking the slight increase in inventory every week.
All right, good news. So we will start in Silver Lake, Echo Park, our immediate areas that we live and work in, and fan out from there. Darren, we will try to gloss over the small lots, but anything immediately that is striking you? I see 1661 Cortez Street. That's a street we've been looking at recently.
Sure. Yeah.
Look at that.
575 square feet. Wow.
Wow. All right.
Yeah.
So I guess here, let's see, let me throw on the entertainment. This is an interesting area. Do you want to characterize this area first, Darren, and I'll get into the rest of it?
Sure. So this is south of Temple, an area. If there was a single characteristic there, is it's upzoned in a big way. It's zoned for very large density. It doesn't mean it's all density now, but it's clearly a direction this neighborhood south of Temple is moving in because of its proximity to downtown. So,
and also transportation.
For sure. Easy access. Yeah. A lot of these smaller spaces, like it looks like this house was remodeled to get ready for sale, but a lot of these really small houses over there just end up being sold for land. And, developers collect a few of them and then they build the very, very large buildings. Is more typical in these areas.
So this is 1661 Cortez Street. It's a 2-1, a whopping 575 square feet of living area, and on a small lot of 2,504. It sold for $732,000, and it started at $749,999. So a win for the buyer of some sort. Days on market 13. It was built in 1919. This is brought to us by Charlie Coronado. So congrats to that. Let's see. Yeah, just really small, but gosh, what a great condo substitute.
It's
Much better than
fantastic.
condo.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
nice remodel, and
Yeah.
and I would venture to say that it sold for as existing house rather than land because of the size of the lot.
Mm-hmm.
If this was 6 to 8,000 square foot, it would have been worth more than this as a lot.
Right. Well, along this side of the street, there are several small lots. So as you're saying, yeah, they'd have to chain them together to
Yeah.
try to make it work if they were a developer. Yeah. Cool. All right. Next, let's go to.
Do Marathon 2217.
All right. Okay. Looks beautiful. 2217 Marathon Street. Very nice. 2 bedroom, 2 bath, 1,038 square feet on a fairly small lot of 3,150 square feet. Sold for 990,000 and started at 945,000. So this is good too. Days on market 13. Built 1909 as an original build. Brought to us by Katie Crane and John Potter. So congrats to them. I think this brings up another thing we were talking about earlier, Darren, in terms of the prices and how you were netting that out. What are you seeing there lately?
Well, we're seeing, for a while, we were seeing only above.
Right.
And I think two things have happened. Number one, sellers get a little exuberant, and everybody has a story to tell about real estate and what they think their property's worth. But sometimes they go too far. They go too high. I don't know that it's an indication that the market is shifting at all. I don't think it is, but I think we're just seeing some properties priced too high. So not everything is selling above list anymore, and we see that a lot this week. Some are at, some are slightly below, but we have, I think there's one that's over 500,000 above.
Still.
Sure. So it's going both ways. I think some sellers are just jumping a little too far ahead in some cases. So I think what's important as a buyer is to understand that, a list price is certainly not anything written in stone. It's just a desired price from a seller. Pay attention to the activity. It's the first thing we seek out is the volume of activity from the listing agent if we're representing a buyer, and determine if it looks like it's going to go over. In many cases it does, but not in every case.
Well, this was really tastefully done. The interior, the exterior really holds to the character of the original build. Very nice.
Yeah, I think I got an email from a friend who lives next door to this. One of the first houses I sold on Marathon, and I don't know if this is the house. It might be, but he said, you know what? The neighbor's enormous tree died, and he said, all of a sudden we have a spectacular downtown view.
Good for them.
I'm sorry for the tree, man, but I'm happy for you.
That's great.
So, yeah.
All right. So still in Area 21, Silver Lake Echo Park. You mentioned Kenilworth.
Yeah, that's our 500K plus, I think.
Oh, so not the Kenilworth I would... Oh, well, Kenilworth, you're right. Okay.
Oh, no, that's not the 500K plus. It was a different one.
Yeah. So 2224 Kenilworth Avenue. We'll still check it out. It's a 3 bedroom,
Sure.
3 bath, 1,735 square feet on a 5,154 square foot lot. Sold at $2,268,000 and days on market 12. Started at $2,179,000. So clipped up a little bit. And congrats to Konstantin Velasarakos. Oh, I said that well. And Rick Johan.
Sure.
And John
Those,
Costry is the buyer's agent. So, yeah, looks spectacular.
cool.
And venture to say an IKEA kitchen
See, even on
All
$2
right.
million homes, man.
Good for IKEA. Uh, all right.
Although my wife, I got to say this because, I love my wife. And
Yeah.
she's been
I bet.
talking lately about how everybody embraced IKEA, but IKEA is actually horrible for the environment.
Uh,
So be aware of
yeah.
that. They buy a lot of bad products, and they're not good for the environment ultimately.
A
So
little too disposable. Yeah.
very disposable, but also, they support uh, their suppliers, do clear cutting. Um, they have a nice image on the store side, but on the back end,
Watch it out.
they have some issues.
All right. Where's that other Kenilworth? Let's see. No, not that one. Oh, where is it? Maybe it's inactive? No. I don't see it now. Maybe it dropped off the list.
That's the only Kenilworth I saw.
Hmm. Okay. What's another one? Let's see.
That's Los Feliz. Well, Normandy, if you want to look at a $500,000 bump,
Yeah.
2012 Normandy.
All right. So 2012 North Normandy Ave, 4-bedroom, 4-bath, 3,194 square feet, and sold for $3,210,000. Good sized lot, 7,400 square foot lot. And where did it start? It started 2,625,000. Wow. Days on market 14, built in 1947, and yeah, fully modernized it looks. Brought to us by Charlie Clark. Congrats to Charlie Clark.
Yeah, haven't seen his name in a while. Congrats to him for sure.
Is there a view there?
There is. Yeah, Mountain View.
Oh, coming up. I see.
Yeah, nice integrated furniture, some built-ins throughout, a little more modernized built-ins, but cohesive design throughout the property. Probably remodeled throughout at one time. Nice pool, flat yard, good neighborhood. So great sale.
All right. Everybody rush in. 3,200,000. All right. Let's see. Let's go. Want to get out of our neighborhood? Let's see. You looking at
Sure.
Los Feliz now?
What about El Roble Drive?
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
I was just gonna hit that. All right. Lots of pictures. 2717 El Roble Drive. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,568 square feet on a 5,603 square foot lot. Sold for $1,150,000 and started at $1,169,000. So another good win for the buyer. Days on market was a little longer, 47. And original build is 1925. Brought to us by Bill Davis. And yeah, Bill Davis. Congrats.
Yeah, and I think you pointed out something that's important for both buyers and sellers to know if they don't already. I mean, if you're on the market for a couple weeks and you don't have offers,
Question.
you're probably going down in price. Now, it's not always the case. I've had listings on the market for a month and 2 months, and not recently, but and then you get multiple offers, and then the price goes up. It's the less common of the dynamics. So, after a couple weeks, you're probably going to start getting offers below list, and that's when we represent buyers. It's like, okay, there's an opportunity. It's not driving up in price. So, and that seems
so
to be
I'm
the
reading-
case here.
Yeah, I'm reading the agent remarks. Let's see here. Assessor shows 2-bedroom, but it's a 3. And then it also talks about there's no garage, but there's a shed. So that may have dinged it a bit. And yeah, looks good to me. I'd put up with no garage. That's great. All right. Let's see. It's also 2% commission there.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see.
Let's jump down to F33, 2529.
I saw that. I was going to hit that. That's great. Um, 2529 West Avenue 33. It's a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, and sold for 739,000. Lot size of 4,105. Days on market 34. The original list price 849,000.
110,000 below.
Yeah.
Yeah. So here's an example of, they just asked for too much. The market would not deliver on that price.
It also says here contingent on seller finding replacement home. So,
That's a turnoff in a lot of cases. Although buyers are willing to accept a lot of concessions these days, it shows that it was on the market for 34 days, so it wasn't that long. But that's a big one. Often, if you're a seller, we prefer not to do that. The preferred option that we would choose is to request a rent back. So it does put you in a box. It's not that 30-day box, meaning that if you just listed for sale and you close in 30 days, you have to have somewhere to go. There are people that are doing that these days, just going to an Airbnb. With the use of Airbnbs these days, it's not like you're literally going to a traditional hotel. You put your stuff in storage or in pods, and that is an option. But also, one of the things that we often do, and if you disclose it on the front end when you go to list, that the seller will need a 60-day rent back. That gives you a little more time to find a place to move on to, and it opens you up to all the potential buyers. So you will lose some money on the front end if you do subject to finding property of choice.
Yeah. I think too. I mean, they did a nice job. I think as much as they could. It looks neat inside. Certainly, the exterior paint could have been updated.
I agree. Yeah, color is so important. Gosh, how often do we talk about that? Pink
and we don't need
is
those
not in
shoes
style.
in the cubby boxes there.
Right.
And that outdoor patio system is not so good.
Sure. But you're right. You're right, though, Joe. They did enough that it's clean. It represents well. You can see
bars on the windows.
There's always more. I know.
Well, it sold, so
it did.
Good for them. All right. Next. All right. Anything more you see in Eagle Rock? Want to move out to Highland Park? Let's see.
Wow. Sure. Yeah, let's go to Glen Albin. Yeah. Sure. This sold 24K below list.
So 3495 Glen Albin Drive. It's a 4-bedroom, 3-bath, 3,000 square feet, 5,589 square foot lot. It sold for $1,325,000, and days on market 27. It started at $1,349,000. So another win for the buyer. And this was brought to us by Melissa Z on the listing side, Anthony Bullen on the buy side. What do you say? It's great view.
Modern design. The interior is, definitely a lot of house. Hillsides, so it's, patio living, terraced yard. Probably not the best house for kids, but, good, like you said, very large house. A lot of house for this price point. Congrats.
All right. Okay. Let's see. 95. Let's see.
Let's look at LeGray. What about 1023 LeGray?
LeGray. Nice opening picture. Let's see. Oh, hold on. Okay. 1023 LeGray Avenue. It's a two-bedroom, one bath. It's 932 square feet. Sold for 850,000 on a 6,401 square foot lot, and was on the market for 38 days. And the list price started at 700,000. God, that almost seems reasonable. Yeah. That's weird. Brought to us by David Knight. On the listing side, Esther Clausen, and on the buy side, Wanda Wang Oliver. So,
Right. So this is not an upgraded property. It looks clean.
right.
It looks very livable. They didn't do really much of anything to the yard. Some things are worn. There's a lot of original elements. But, you know, it looks like what could be a little more of a cosmetic fixer. And those just aren't easy to come by these days, where a buyer could, without an extensive amount of skills, add some value with some paint and some labor and, you know, some YouTube videos, and, you know, they could bring value to the house. That's got to feel good for the buyer who got this house. Really should.
Yeah. Very, for me, very quintessential Mount Washington kind of place.
Yeah. Yeah, it feels good. It's a nice space.
All right. Let's go here. Let's go here. Let's go here.
But Sunny Heights.
Sunny Heights. Oh, Sunny Heights. Sunny Heights. All right. Brady Bunch houses.
Yeah. It's a huge tract.
All right. So this is 1781 Sunny Heights Drive. It's a 3-bedroom, 3-bath, 2,362 square feet of living space. It sold for $1,400,000, and it's on a good sized lot of 10,000 square feet. Nice. Sold in 26 days. Started at a list price, Darren, of $1,298,500, and originally built in 1965. Congrats to Francis Ricaldi and Jimmy Mercado. So there you go.
These are nice houses. We've sold up in this area, and they're well laid out. They're tri-level, a lot of them, because they're built on, you know, reasonable slopes. It was a huge development in the 60s up in that area. It's a nice place. It feels slightly removed from the city, but it has hillside views. Nice pocket to be in.
Yeah. Good. Okay. Next. You want to try, what is that? Oh, that's something in construction still. What is that? See that
Which one?
Tacoma Avenue? 2 lots.
Oh, yeah, of course. That's why it's sold for $525.
Yeah.
I know that house. That house has been sitting there half built for a decade.
Okay. So what I'm thinking is for a decade. Oh shit.
It has.
So I don't know. Maybe there's a lesson to be learned here. You know, we had a client a while back purchase a property that was kind of half done. Only 2 pictures here. Certainly a great view. But I wonder who picked this up.
Somebody who's going to have to finish it and replace a lot of wood, or a lot of rotten wood.
After 10 years. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah. 128 days on the market. Took a while. Okay. Let me get out of this. Okay. What's something else?
Let's look at Lincoln again. Oh my gosh. I'm going down the list, but I'm shocked at that
4755?
price. Yeah.
Oh, good Lord. Are you serious?
Wow.
Oh, wait. I think we even know this house or the one next. Nah.
This went up 400,000.
Well, let's make sense of this one. 4755 Lincoln Avenue. It's a 4-bedroom, 3-bath. Excuse me, 2,066 square feet. Sold again for $1,610,000 on a 5,200 square foot lot. Took 10 days on the market to sell. Started at $1,195,000. Wow, man. Original build 1930. Sold by Joanna Soul and Bradley Holmes. And on the buying side, Natalie Stern Traben. So why did this happen, Darren? I'm looking at the pictures, I'm reading.
Natalie Stern Traben, she's an agent that's been around for a long time, and she certainly has some forward-thinking buyers. I often see her representing houses that sell way over list. It's all worked out perfectly fine for her. Sure. But, man, yeah, that's... And it's not even, I'm curious, what's the legal square footage?
The legal square footage reads, hold on. Blah, 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 blah. So, yeah. So tax is 1,706. So they added a bedroom, it looks like. Tax is 3-bedroom, 2-bath. They moved up to 4-bedroom, 3-bath.
Right. So, I mean, it's charming as hell, and it's an emotional space. And
somebody bought into it like that, for sure.
Somebody just decided it was a perfect match, so, and they were tired of looking. So they paid for it. I mean, what was our thing 2 weeks ago, right?
All right, Barbara,
I overpay for things all the time.
Right.
It's
and
always
out a couple years.
Always come out okay. Yeah. So good for them. I mean, it's right in the heart of things. That pocket of York that is next to is hopping. There's so much going on there. So
Lincoln Avenue.
I know.
Yeah. All right.
Go.
Good job, everyone, on that. Okay. So, a couple more.
Sure, let's do Berenice. Let's do the last one. Maybe you can pop back and see if there's anything else you want to do.
Yeah, Berenice. Okay.
Oh, this is an interesting group of developments on this street here.
These are the ones at the top, right?
Yeah, they're a little more modern, for sure. Yeah, they were built in 2008. Yeah.
Nice. So 4100 Bernice Place, 3-bedroom, 3-bath, 2,233 square feet on a 3,080 square foot lot. So all house. Good deal, $1,050,000.
For the square footage, yeah.
Yeah. Days on market, it took 64 days. Started at, original list price $1,220,000. Then the last list price was $1,150,000, and there we are, $1,050,000. Wow, I wonder what got this down. Brought to us by Dale Allen Rose and Mary Boylan, and buying side David Lee Rist.
Yeah, they're close to each other. It's not a small lot. There's no adjacent walls, but it feels a little like a small lot. I have one comment.
Mm-hmm.
Gosh, if you're gonna grow vines up your property on the exterior, be fully committed to the color that's underneath the vines, or it's coming down. You got to kill them all to repaint.
Yeah.
Just a quick note.
Gab wants this around our house. I'm not so sure.
Oh, it looks fantastic, and it softens the space. This is out of control. The problem is when you let creeping fig grow up a space like this, is you really have to hedge it regularly, probably twice a year. So it's some work. If you have spaces that are more difficult to access, that makes it harder.
I think too, I was just looking at the kitchen. It looks a little worn out. I'm seeing cabinetry that's a little worn out. Maybe it didn't look as good as some of these photos.
It's almost 15 years old now. Kitchens can wear. Bathrooms can become dated, for sure.
Yeah. God, the photos are horrible. But excuse me. All right.
All right, let's look at some actives.
All right. Actives. So what did we say about actives? They're 50. That was good news.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go to the listing 7 days. Okay. Oh, hold on. Okay, in our neighborhood.
Mitchell Terrena is
Yeah.
a beautiful house.
I want to see it.
Like the entire street is amazing, and it goes in and out of like prime neighborhoods, not prime. I don't know why it is. What it is about that street? If you get a house on Mitchell Terrena, it's golden.
Yeah. All right. That was the right first photo. 1811, Michael Terrena, 4-bedroom, 4-bath, 3,602 square feet. It's on a 7,499 square foot lot, and it is listing at $2,998,998 for some reason. Days on market 7, and so let's see. Original build 1913. This is brought to us by Luisa Ferrante, and let me speed read through this a little bit. Amazing location, amazing views, private resort-like home with guest house, extraordinary California bungalow compound. Perched in the hills of the heart of Silver Lake, this stunning home features 3 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms with an open kitchen, living, and dining, perfect for entertaining. This home is spoiled with natural light and breathtaking views of the city. Entry level invites you into a beautiful exposed wood vaulted ceilings. Hold on. Entry level into a dining, perfect for entertainment. I was right. Beautiful exposed wood vaulted ceilings in main living room, kitchen, dining area, 2 bedrooms and 1 bathroom. Grand exterior, 900 square feet, wraparound Trex deck, extends the indoor-outdoor living for lounging, al fresco dining, or just simply taking in the views of the beautiful city. Lower level has serene, spacious master suite, gorgeous master bath, walk-in closet, secondary living room with mini bar area, laundry room and sliders into the pool, spa. The outdoor space is an entertainer's dream oasis with gorgeous saltwater pool, jacuzzi, outdoor shower, and built-in outdoor barbecue island. That sounds good, barbecue island. The detached studio guest house has 3-quarter bath with separate driveway access and carport, ideal use for separate office studio. North of Sunset, close to Sunset Junction, trendy shops, famed eateries, weekly farmers market, Intelligentsia coffee, and Erewhon. So, what else? I think that's it.
Gosh, man, it's a great house. It's a great yard. All the spaces, the common
Hits everything,
space.
I feel.
It's one of those that checks every box.
Yeah, you can't
Every
think of anything
box.
else you'd want.
Yeah, your pickiest buyers could be okay with this space. Yeah. Congrats to
we
her
have one
for
of
the
those.
listing.
What do you think of that, picky buyer?
Maybe.
Yeah,
Maybe. It's a gorgeous space.
yeah. Cool. All right. Next. All right. Oh, and if we want to do any predictions, just feel free.
But Joe, if you don't track them, I mean, where are we at?
I'm gonna enter them into the new MLS Watch feature, and they're gonna pop up at any moment. Yeah, we're about 3-4 weeks into this, so yeah, it will start popping.
It's gonna be soon. All right, we got to get at least 2 or 3 in this week. All right.
You want to do this one or? Yeah.
Sure. This is a harder one. I mean, this is pushing the price point, but gosh, I mean, the competition here is probably a lot of West Side buyers coming this way because it's a high price point, but a fantastic house. 3,200,000.
Okay. 3.2. I'm gonna say 3.5. Got it. Okay. Next. What else do you see there?
Let's do Griffith Park, 2510.
All right. Oh yeah, we need to talk about this anyway.
Yep.
All right. I'm trying to picture. I live right down the street from here. I'm trying to picture where this is. 2510 Griffith Park Boulevard, 2 bedroom, 1 bath, 1,025 square feet. It's listing at 1,179,000. It's on a 4,360 square foot lot. Days on market. It's been 3 days, and it was built originally 1950, and brought to us by Jennifer Cahill and Kurt. Uh, so, God, can't they write these any smaller? This charming 1950 Silver Lake traditional sits perched above the street behind a large magnolia tree and is sure to delight you at every turn. Upon entry, you'll note the comfortable living space with light streaming through the original wood shutters. There's an easy flow as you move into the kitchen with the sweetest garden window and direct access to the backyard. Finishing off the home, you'll find 2 well-sized bedrooms and a full bath with character tile and fixtures. Features include updated systems, designer wallpaper, and a custom-built front door. The backyard is a true oasis that offers multiple terraces that transport you to varied experiences. Wow. The flat area is perfect for barbecuing and dining under the canopied bougainvillea. Following the path up and prepare to be in awe of a large ficus that anchors the yard, a 50-year-old avocado tree, an orange tree, and young Meyer lemon tree that has just begun fruiting. At the top, you'll find an additional seating area and cedar hot tub where you'll be beckoned to relax and take in the sensational hillside views above Hyperion. A separate office space or perfect spot for overnight guests is equipped for comfort and privacy. This jewel home lies within Ivanhoe School and provides easy access to cellar favorites such as Barbricks, Hyperion Public, and Speranza, all a short distance from your sidewalk entry. All right. Any
Sure,
comments
you know,
there? I'm looking for anything else.
Proportionately, it seems small.
Right.
When you get into these small houses, you're looking personally for a little more open space, kitchen connected to dining room, living room. That all seems a little bigger. Everything.
So I read it. You looked at the
cramped.
pictures. I'm still
Yeah.
catching up on the pictures. Did the outside space pay it off a little bit more when she got there?
No, even that didn't. You know, sometimes
No.
when you have hillside and it's terraced and you have block walls, it's almost like being inside a house. If it's segmented into locations, it's not gonna feel as open. You don't have a view. You have a hillside behind you, so it can feel confining. But it is what it is.
Yeah.
It seems to be in the appropriate price range for the neighborhood.
Yeah, it's spot on for sure.
That's my sense that the buyers that we're considering might have that thought.
Mm-hmm. All right. I'm thinking of our buyers. I think this is too small of a space for them.
Why don't you look at 824 Robinson?
824 Robinson. Oh, hold on. Robinson. All right. There you are. Okay. Oh, looks a bit of a fixer. 824 Robin Street, 5 bedroom, 2 bath, 1,674 square feet, 949,000 list price, 6,139 square feet of lot. It's been on the market for 6 days now, and 949. Started build 1926. This is brought to us by Nicholas Frias.
Yeah, I see two
do you
kitchens at least. So,
Yep.
or is it a duplex?
Let's see. Offers due 5/11 tomorrow. 12. One of units is owner occupied.
Yeah. Okay.
There you
So
go.
it's units listed as single family again. Okay. All good.
Let's see how they describe it. Located in the hills of Silver Lake community of Los Angeles, here is a wonderful opportunity to acquire this property as an investment, development project, or place to call home. Property offers a great location, charm, character, and history. Street level residence has 2 bedrooms, right, and 1 bath, from a small front patio area, blah, blah, blah. All right.
Moving on.
It's a project. Okay. But see, for that one client I'm talking about, they've got a mother that would love to rebuild things. All right. Okay. Earl Street?
Yeah, Earl is beautiful.
Yeah.
It is. It's nicely designed.
So this is 2224 Earl Street. It's a 4-bedroom, 5-bath, 2,452 square feet of living space for listing at $2,195,000. It's a 5,370 square foot lot, and days on market 4. Build, 2019, brought to us by Dennis Chernov and Steve Ejiofor. So let's see what they say here. New York construction, modern architectural masterpiece in prime Silver Lake. Impressive exterior boasts incredible design that carries throughout, featuring the perfect blend of clean modern lines and warm oak wood tones. Upon grand entry, you are greeted with an open concept floor plan, radiating natural light and soaring ceilings. The seamless entertainer's flow offers living room with fireplace, chef's kitchen with center island, and top-of-the-line appliances and spacious dining room. Fleetwood glass sliding doors surround the living and dining area, making for a smooth transition to the dreamy outdoors, featuring covered and uncovered patio spaces. Newly built deck, turf, and fire pit. Beautiful trees, plants, and greenery surround, creating a relaxing Zen-infused atmosphere. 4 oversized ensuite bedrooms include the master. Each have private balconies as well as their own bathrooms and closets.
Can't take
Wow.
it. It's enough transporting and zen and dreamy and my gosh, damn realtors.
Man, there's a robot putting these things out. Let's see.
Hey, let's do. I love doing this. Let's look at Chislehurst, man. Or did we see this already last week? Let me see.
Let me see it. I think we may have seen it. I think we saw it. So
Yeah, I think we did. 13 million.
I remember
Yeah,
the
okay.
pool.
Yeah, we did. All right.
All right. Let's find some others.
Oh, it's awful.
What?
Bates, 1403 Bates. It looks like. I don't want to sit here and say, but it just looks like an apartment building. All right. Let's keep going.
Maybe it's an apartment building
Conversion.
that's being described as a house. Could we try this one? It just looks not so great outside, and it's $2 million. 5427 Mount Helena Avenue.
Okay.
Let's see that. Looks humble from the front.
Yeah, it does. And it's not huge.
What makes it $2 million? All right, so 5427 Mount Helena Avenue. It's a 3-bedroom, 3-bath. It's 2,278 square feet. $2,049,000 on a 7,127 square foot lot. It's been on the market for 6 days and built originally 1950. This is brought to us by Charlie Clark. Charlie on a streak. Let's see. Nestled into the hills north of Hill Drive in Eagle Rock, this impeccably renovated classic mid-century home is everything. It's everything. With its open floor plan, wide plank, white oak floors, brand new sparkling pool, and designer amenities throughout, this 3-bed, 3-bath plus den is the California dream. Step into the future in this completely reimagined modern gem. Drenched in natural light, the airy open concept floor plan is an entertainer's dream, featuring a gourmet kitchen with massive island, under cabinet lighting and top-of-the-line appliances. The large dining area beckons long meals with families and friends.
Okay.
So what?
We're good.
Right.
Yeah, it's a charming house if you really pay attention to the photos. That I think they're terrible photos.
Right.
You're having to look through the badness of the photos to really get a sense of the space, because it's a really large open floor plan, even for 2,000 square feet. And I can see the price making sense, but the photos don't represent it well.
Yeah. Well, they kind of gave it away in the first sentence, right? Nestled into the hills north of Hill Drive. It wants to
Sure.
be Hill Drive.
By the way, there is one on Hill Drive. Let's go to that. That's 4,500 square feet for $2 million.
All right.
1608 Hill Drive.
All right. Let me catch up. 1608. There it is. Okay. Uh, 1608 Hill Drive. It's a 4-bedroom, 5-bath, 4,534 square foot house. God, that could be the largest one there, almost. 1,975,000, 9,239 square foot lot, and it's been on the market just one day. It says here year built 1998.
Yeah, it doesn't look so great.
Right, it's got that 1990 look.
Yeah.
Brought to us by Andrew Mendez, and welcome to this custom-built Eagle Rock estate with a view, featuring 4 bedrooms, 5 baths, and 34 square feet of living, situated on picturesque tree-lined street along the highly desirable Hill Drive. I don't want to read the rest.
Yeah, it's got some very dense pockets. You're close to the other properties.
Yeah, it looks jammed.
Yeah, the finishes are not very
Tile,
good.
Yeah, I'm looking at things.
Yeah, they're kind of crappy. But man, it's 4,500 square feet. It's huge in a great neighborhood. So I think the biggest drawback is the proximity to the other properties. You get such a big property, and it's on 9,200 square foot lot, but it's set back so far that I don't know, it just doesn't seem as private as a house could be in that price point. So, oh well.
Yeah,
I was impressed with the square footage.
Yeah, even the windows, you're like, mullion windows.
Yeah, it's that era.
Yeah. So, do you want to take a guess on this one? No?
I'm trying to think of the right buyer. So when I guess, obviously,
Yeah.
I'm thinking sometimes it's obvious. It's just gonna, the one I said, oh, anybody from the west side with a lot of money. This one,
It's not a west side.
I'm like, who's gonna buy this?
Yeah. It's
'cause
got to be somebody that certainly has the money to make it theirs.
It's not going to be an artist. It's not going to be someone who's very into architecture, because that's not the energy it has. Gosh,
I don't think it's...
It could be a transplant from Pasadena, maybe somebody looking for a big space at a reasonable
It's got
price.
East Coast architecture.
Okay, the square footage is impressive, and somebody will remodel. So I think it goes for 2-1.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think it's going to go crazy at all. I'm going to say 215, but I agree with you. It's not going to go much farther. And then I'll be wrong. But, okay.
Right.
Next. Okay. Okay.
App 46 is great.
Yeah.
I did send this one to our client. 454.
Yeah. Is this Rob? I think it's Rob.
It is.
Yeah.
Damn, Rob.
We love you, Rob.
Yeah, we do and we don't, man. It's a love-hate.
Just share it out a little bit every now.
Right.
All right. Okay. This is a great looking house. 454 West Avenue 46. It's 4 bedroom, 4 bath, 3,117 square feet, 2,495,000 in Mount Washington. Lot size 6,214. It's been on the market for 7 days now. Shows year built 1985.
Wow.
Yeah. Brought to us by Rob Kallick. So let's see.
The one comment from our client
Uh-huh.
was how unimpressed she was with the front of the house. So it's they tried to give it that mid-century vibe.
Right.
Didn't quite check the box in my opinion. It's close, but the interior is great, the view is great, square footage is very nice. But yeah,
you got
the front is not impressive.
Yeah. Located on a quiet street on coveted enclave of architectural homes, this 4-bed, 4-bath was reimagined by design firm Breland Harper in 2019. Features walls of glass, blah, blah, blah. So do you think it was originally a mid-century design? And it just
Yes,
didn't-
I do.
Okay. All right.
Oh,
Let's move on.
let's move on.
All right. Let's see. Okay.
Randolph is a nice one. I think that's Deirdre. 3946.
Okay. 3946 Randolph Avenue. It's a 2-bedroom, 3-bath, 1,204 square feet. Wow, nice view going out. 899,000 on a lot size of 30,087 square feet.
Oh, I didn't notice that. 30,000. Wow.
It looks like it goes down too. Like just kind of protects that view. Days on Market just came out. 1952 build, it says, and yes, Deirdre Solomon brought to us by her. Let's read the description here. Let's see. Apologize for the dry throat today. Interesting. Under directions, it says, "Do not follow any map app. It will take you up the dirt roads. Please ignore and turn up Randolph. For showing days, we will have a directional sign at the bottom of the street." Truly a rare offering in the City of Angels, sited on over 30,000 square feet, 2 lots, 2 APNs, at the top of Elephant Hill, surrounded by contemplative paths and beauty found only in this part of Southern California. That golden light, this wabi-sabi rancho, which in part is made from one of the Pacific Union boxcars. Wait, this sounds like...
No.
It is. That's
Is
our,
it?
Is it our baby?
Oh, now I
Change
gotta
it that
look.
much? I think that's it, man.
Wow. It's ironic that we
Really.
see it that way.
That's funny.
So we sold this house.
How many years ago? 5 years ago?
No, it was more than that. Oh, it was 3946 Randolph. This is it, man. Wow.
Let's see. Doesn't hide in dressing, but exposes every thoughtful detail and simplicity in Zen style, bringing elements of light, air, or blah, blah, blah. New age, new age. New age. Let's just look at the pictures. They did a good amount of work. Changed out the windows. Really minimalist.
There's no goats, man. Where are the goats?
There were goats. There were chickens. There was, fish.
It was a ranch.
Yeah. Not anymore.
Wow.
Didn't change the floors. Put up no baseboards. Didn't even paint them, it looks like. But did some important things.
I wonder if the road, so the road is crazy coming up to this house. You had to have a 4x4 for sure. Yeah, I wonder if it's changed at all.
Wow. Well, they did a lot of work to it. Wow.
You should forward this to them.
Yeah.
To our,
So, what did this sell for when we had it? Was it 625?
no, we kicked some ass. We sold this thing, I think it was for $750.
Yeah, it was.
Which, and man, they put a lot of work into it.
Yeah, they did. Yeah. A lot. All right. Well, this is definitely, I guess, 3946. Where do you think this one's going to land, man?
It's a special place. It
Yeah.
really, it honestly feels a little less special to me for what it is now. But It's a special location, man. I mean, it could go over $1 million.
Yeah.
The people who bought it were just completely attracted to the location, and its uniqueness and its volume of land.
Yeah.
They just didn't do a lot with it.
You know, when I was going to say that white paint makes it look so roomy.
Yeah, it does.
Ridiculously roomy.
It could also be the pictures. I mean, it's 1,200 square feet.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
All right. So you're going to put this at what? $1 million flat?
I'm going to put it at 1-1.
Okay, 1-1. Gosh, man. So, just going to piggyback here. 115.
Damn it. You can't. I'm going to go 1-2 then.
All right. You going to go 1-2? Nah, I think you got it at 1-1. Yeah. Well, nice little surprise. All right.
All right. I just want to end on that. Let's stop there.
Yeah.
It's great.
Oh, well, you know what I want to end on, because it deserves to be recognized, is, hold on here. So we are working on a home. Hold on. Let's see if I can share it here. And I just think this is amazing, dude. Our designer, our designer, there it is, put together this mural in the front. It just looks awesome.
Sure.
It's really great. Wow.
Inspired by the hillsides in Montecito Heights.
Yeah, yeah. So we hope to have this up in, I think, 2 weeks.
Next week. Yeah.
Or next week, sorry. 2-bedroom, 1 bath, and more to be revealed, guys. We'll see you there. So, all right, let me pull out here. Stop sharing. So, Darren, any parting shots? Anything else for this week?
Gosh, man, life is getting back to normal. It's getting busy again. It's changing. Lots of changes.
Yeah. I have to say, I've hugged a couple people. I do ask them if they got vaccinated, but I've gone on the edge a little.
I've scheduled my first social gathering with people, and it's a vaccinated only gathering, man. So we're all good. Yeah.
All right, guys. So I guess that's the parting shot. Get vaccinated so we can all get together and enjoy life. All right. Take care.
Thanks for everything, Joe.
See ya.
Yeah. Bye.